Hello, welcome to our platform, Talk to My Teen, the channel that comes with one mission to empower parents in dealing with the youth. The title of today's video is How to Spot Hidden Trouble Signs in Our Teens' Behavior. In our first video, we introduced the term change in our teenagers' behavior. In the second video, we saw the roots of the changes in our teenagers' behavior. But today we would like to show you how to discover, how to spot the hidden trouble signs in our teenagers' behavior. We understand that those changes in behavior do not happen overnight. And I trust that you will agree with the fact that early detection can make a huge difference in tackling and or adjusting to those changes. Many changes can be reversed if detected early. Some will not be reversed, but can be controlled and adjusted to. There are things that you may be able to help with your children, but there are things that you just have to adjust to. But how do we spot those hidden and sometimes clever changes? How do we do that? First, we need to start paying attention early and act early. And you may ask me, how early? According to several studies in psychology, most behaviors are almost built in and are dormant within our teenagers' mind, which is our children's minds. The same way everyone has some level of blood pressure, but it remains controlled until it encounters some type of trigger point. In the same manner, each child has a set of temperament and personality waiting to be developed. Along the way, several factors may affect, shape, or crush those pre-existing temperament features, such as the type of parenting, environment, education, or religion, etc. I have found that time and interaction can be very useful tools that can be used to help parents discover certain early trait and behavior. However, many times, many parents either cannot afford these precious minutes with their children, or sometimes they underestimate the importance of quality times and interaction. I believe that there are four fundamental instances when a young child will easily display their early behaviors. It is not during their sleep, so we're not studying dream patterns here. We don't need to x-ray their brain, so we could put the machine away. It is much more basic, my friends. There is always an abundance of behavior on display through talking, interacting, playing, and even through withdrawing. But someone has to be paying attention to detect these red flags. Unfortunately, many days out of a given 24 hours that a child lives, they barely spend a good solid 30 minutes with their parents, during which behavior can be assessed through observation. Let me give you a quick scenario. Say that a mom with 3 children, two older children goes to elementary school, and the younger one goes to a babysitter. Mom has to wake up early, dress them, feed them, prepare, and drop the 2 older one in elementary school, and come back and drop the younger one at the daycare. Dad leaves for work 5 o'clock in the morning. By the time the 2 older kids get off school, they stay in after school program. Mom gets off at 5. She gets home along the way she gets pick up those 2, and then the younger one from the daycare, she gets home like around 7. And the only energy she has left now is to wash them, is to feed them, to cook for them, check on their homework, and put them to bed. Dad finally gets home around 9 p.m. after his second job, and by that time he's completely wasted. So these children spend most of their times with school teachers, school aide, babysitters, friends, on the phone, watching TV, video games. Very little time for interaction with their parents. Parents used to come see me very often to seeking help with their children, there are two common denominators that are often found in most cases. The first one is awareness. Parents were always often stunned by how fast and how dramatic the changes were happening in their teenagers. The second common denominator is silence. Many parents would tell me that their children just shut down, they stop talking. And when they do, it's very minimum conversation. When they finally do talk, it usually leads to a quick episode of yelling, kicking, throwing tantrums, and all that. But teenagers are talking. Who are they talking to? Many times to the wrong person, to the wrong feeder, as I discussed in my last video. During my meetings with parents, I would normally use the following method, which consists of categorizing children into age brackets. So my first group is 7 to 9 years old. Second group is 10 to 12. The third group is 13 to 15. Studies in psychology show that around 7 years old, most children's mindset is being formed. It is a crucial age where the boys and the girls start leaning towards who their idols, who they want to be in life. Between 10 and 12, girls' emotions are high and highly adaptive to celebrities, popular friends, and more. The boys' age of innocence start to fade away by that time. In this age bracket, most boys have heard of smoking, drinking, dating, car racing, etc. They are so vulnerable and so naive in who they adore and follow. Between 13 to 15, boys and girls already made up their mind on who they want to be. So if mom and dad were not fully present and active between 7 to 13 years old, I'm afraid to say that you are almost locked out of the parents versus children's equation. Parents are now trying to find their way back into their used to be sweet little boys, sweet little girls years, only to find out that there has been a virtual gate between parents and teenagers. So what do? Is there hope? Of course there's hope. 4 things, 4 characteristics, 4 aspects, 4 factors I think we should consider. Number 1 is talking. We have to constantly be talking to our children from an early age and all the way up. 2-way talking, not just lecturing. 2, we need to interact more than lecturing. Yes, parents need to listen to. It is through listening we know them the most. 3, pay attention during the playtime. So 3 is playtime. Don't be satisfied to say, oh, I let them play with their friends sometimes. Sometimes it is during playtime with their peers we picked up trouble signs. Number 4, withdrawal. Does your child often withdraw and keep to themselves when things do not go their way, or when parents address certain issue at home? Are these symptoms part of a psychological issue? So those 4 factors: talking, interacting, playing time, and withdrawal. Let's be honest, parents. Many times we blame our children's behavior problems on everything but us. But I think if we take a fair and unbiased look into our conscience, we will realize that sometimes we unknowingly contribute to their behavior pattern. Whether or not you have certain religious faith, I believe you will agree with the wisdom of King Solomon, who said that train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. In our next video, we will see what to do when we notice those early trouble signs. So stay tuned by subscribing to this channel. That way you don't miss anything. Talk to my teen, one word. Thank you for watching. I am tirelessly working and researching to help you and help us and our great and noble endeavor, which is to raise successful children and raise successful family. May God bless you all.